I'm very impressed.
Maybe it won't be too bad if it comes over toward me a little bit.
It's
not too bad.
It is. I have to agree. I actually quite like it. And if it changes the acoustics a little bit, we did it.
Does it change the acoustics?
I have no idea. You did it. I was just going to go with you.
Oh my God. Why did you do that?
You did, goofball. Oh, I love you so much.
Why did you do that? Oh my God, look at my hair.
I know, you look so pretty.
That's not where I was going with that, but okay. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Good morning, everyone.
Everybody.
Every time you do that, I have to finish it.
Okay.
Like, you cannot invoke the spirit of the Backstreet Boys without me going absolutely nuts. Hi, Beth. Good morning, Rashana. Hi, Lynette. Good morning, Brooke.
Someone surprised somebody yesterday.
Oh, we're going to talk all about it. Hi, Kelly. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Gigi. Hi, TC. Good morning, Treva. Rashana said, oh, Lord, I see the whiteboard. I know, right? Hi, Sheila. Hi, Aaron.
I don't know what y'all talking
Good morning, Pamela. Hi, Kelly.
What are y'all
Joyce says, love the board. Thank you very much. Team is wider. The shot's wider than I thought. I really thought it would take up the whole space, but it still looks good, in my opinion. Okay, so yesterday, after Whiteboard Gate 2020, I had let the whole thing go because I was just like, it's okay. We don't have to have the whiteboard. It was just an idea, whatever. So then we just went all about our lives and doing everything. We watched a good amount of TV and relaxed. We went on an awesome walk yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did 3.6 miles. It was nuts. And then I had to go to the shop yesterday to do some work because we got to prepare to reopen because we're reopening a week from tomorrow.
I know.
So I was there for a couple of hours, and then when I got home, I walked in and I let the dogs in and things like that. And then Richard was like, hi. And I was like, hi, Richard. Oh, I love you so much. And then he just randomly grabbed my arm and brought me into the living room. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? And he had brought in the whiteboard all by himself. You guys, this is definitely a two-person job. I was amazed that he got the whiteboard in by himself because it is large and heavy. And it was in our back garage. So he had to have gone to the back garage, moved it from a lot of stuff that was probably in front of it, drag it all the way to the front of the house, get it in the house himself. I mean, so much hard work that my honey buns did for me. And he wrote me a nice little poem. It's gone now because we can't be showing y'all our secret love notes. That's just for us two, But he wrote me a nice little note and everything. And I was just like, oh my God, he is just the best ever.
Whatever.
He is just the best ever.
I will
whatever it takes to make me happy.
I will say that my thoughts of the whiteboard were different than the reality. I was like, I remember the whiteboard with all the furniture and the tables and the other accoutrements. But then when I brought it in and with the empty room, I was like, it's not really that big.
Exactly. And it can lay flush against the wall. It used to not be able to lay flush against a wall because all the other junk was in here. So.
See, I am not too proud to be like, I might have been wrong. I may have been wrong. You may have been right.
Either way, I'm happy that it's back in here. I missed the whiteboard.
Yeah, you did.
Now I can write all of my daily plans and stuff.
Oh yeah, now
my weekly plans on the whiteboard.
The Tim Extreme.
Yes, so I am very, very excited to have it in here. And it doesn't have to be permanent. If it doesn't seem like it's working, we can always take it back out. So
well, it was always a stopgap.
I'm so glad. So. Treva said that whiteboard had me stressed out yesterday. I know, right? Jay just said, hey, everybody, OMG, the troublemaker in the background. I guess Autumn won, Richard 0. I know, right? No, Richard won because he He did the sweetest thing and surprised me.
I didn't mind. I told you, I didn't. I was 100% zero, though I didn't.
You were not. You preferred to not have it in here.
But I did like the whiteboard.
I know.
No, I said I assumed with the other furniture that it would take up too much space.
It definitely did take up too much space with all the other furniture.
That was my misjudgment right there. No, with the empty room, it truly looks pretty decent.
I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Gail said, good morning, Autumn and Richard. Nice backdrop. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Melanie said, team husband. Absolutely. Rashana said, sucker. She said, no, seriously, great job, Richard. Absolutely. Kelly says the sound does seem better. So maybe it does, it is helping acoustically.
I think I should just start listening to you.
No, my honey buns. I always want to know what you think, but that's so difficult. You have a time zeroing in on what you think. So
that might be true.
My honey buns, I love you so much.
You help me get to the point I need to get to.
Mom's here. Hi, Mom. Dr. Y says good morning, everyone. Welcome back, Whiteboard. I know. I'm so glad it's here. Like everyone's saying hi to my mom.
I just cleaned it actually, so it's even.
Gigi said Treep is not the only one that was stressed out yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. At least in the morning time was a little tough, but we got around it. Like
we were just having a fun intellectual debate.
Exactly. So that's all it was. But at the end of the day, my honey bunnies, we always come back around.
Logic prevailed because it's very logical.
And who represents logic in this relationship? Oh, bye everybody. Oh, honey buns, I love you so much. Yesterday was a fasting day for me. We went on that walk. Yeah, we went on that walk. It was really great. I was really sad because right after we got home from the walk and we both taken a shower and sat down and really were okay, we're relaxed. And we done did our part.
Oh yeah.
Right then Aunt Beverly called and was like, hey, do you want to go on a walk? And I was just like, me and Richard just went on a walk. I'm so sorry.
Well, I said you could go with her again.
Yeah, Richard was like, you can go on another walk. And I was like, are you nuts? We just did a crazy walk.
You can double up.
But the good news is I was like, but we can go tomorrow. So Aunt Beverly and Mom are coming over and they're coming over here and we're taking a walk around our neck of the woods today. So that is happening.
Still gonna be at their tempo.
Exactly. I know, right? We're gonna come slow down. We don't walk that fast over here. Okay. That's not how we enjoy the neighborhood over here. Okay. So yes, that's what we are doing right after my meeting with Joyce. I'm talking to Joyce today at 10:30, hearing about how everything went in Iowa. So I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to you a little bit, Joyce.
Exactly.
Then we're going for a walk right after that. And then we got a busy day. I have to edit meal prep, and then you have to edit the television show. And then we are shooting keto date night tonight. So that is, we're having steak and veggies. Are you going to grill them? Did you say you're going to grill them? On the grill? Oh my gosh, I'm having grilled steaks tonight. I don't even know what that tastes like. I've never had a steak on the grill before.
Seriously?
Yeah, because I've never made a steak. I would never cook a steak. And then at a barbecue of sorts, I'm definitely a pulled pork sandwich sort of person. So I've never had a steak on the grill. Exactly.
I did not know that.
I'm excited about the grilled steak.
Oh my gosh.
And he was, of course, he was just like, I know to, basically cook yours to death. And I was just like, you're right.
Oh, yes. No, you like your meat
all the way through. Scorched.
Yes. You like it entirely charred.
Yeah, I know. I really do.
It's your preference.
Rashana says, Autumn, you do consults with the WAC fam. Yeah, you guys, I haven't talked about it in so long, but you remember I have a Patreon page, and for all of my patrons of a certain tier, we catch up either once or twice a month. So, I catch up with Joyce and Teal and Michael. There are people that are, in addition to just watching on YouTube and being in the Facebook group, and they also support me over on Patreon, which I'm just so grateful for. So yes, we do meet a couple times a month, and privately, and I absolutely love it. So you can check out
positive energy. Right?
You can check out my Patreon page. It's actually in the description link of all of my videos. I just have it there by default. I really don't talk about it a lot. That's, another thing I'm going to talk about more, and I'm going to be reworking the tiers and everything like that. Patreon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just because it's another great way to, show support if that's something that you would like to do. I really, really appreciate it. But yes, that's all through my Patreon, and I'm so glad about that.
Mega Team, we can talk about the whole, we can track months now, if I'm not mistaken.
Treva said, I just said WTF out loud at the fact that Autumn's never had a grilled steak. I don't even understand those words. I would never make a steak
Don't get me started.
myself. I'm just not a steak maker. And so I definitely would not drag out a grill or even, I've never bought steak for myself.
You're just a wonderful,
I'm a ground beef person. If I'm having beef, it's ground beef, and I'm okay with that. I really don't make steak a lot, so I would never I've never cooked it on a stove at home, and then I've definitely never got a grill out and just was like, well, I guess I'll grill these things. So, Shelly says I'm a patron too from the beginning. Thank you so much, Shelly. Shelly, all my patrons, go ahead and give me a thumbs up right now. I appreciate you guys so much. You just do not even know. And I know that I am not as active on there as I need to be. I'm getting that together too, because there are just some things that I want to share, exclusively with patrons and make it worth your while. I understand completely. So that is coming. That, I'm still working on a schedule enough plans
all the time
for that as well. So yes, I am.
Positive vibes all around.
Positive vibes all around. Don't think that I didn't notice that my husband was wearing this Paris shirt that I bought for him when I was in Paris, and he looks so good in it. And it just reminds me of
this old thing?
Paris, and I just miss it so much. Absolutely. No, I miss it so much. Stitch Couture here says, good morning, everyone. I know, right? Paris.
All the baguettes with blueberry jam.
Oh, God. Were we talking about that yesterday? Yes, God, it is so good. I miss it so much.
Yes, we were.
With butter and jelly. Oh, it's so good. Aurelia says, I do not like steak at all. I could definitely see that. Steak is not a food that I ever have to have. It's good, don't get me wrong, but I never have to go out of my way to have it.
I understand people's likes and dislikes, but...
Yes. You love steak.
Well, beef, I basically love all protein.
Yes, I can say that. Aaron says,
except the super duper duper exotic.
I prefer reverse seared steak over grilled any day. Well, yeah, that would require us to get a sous vide, or is it a sous vide? Is that how you get the steak to be that temperature, or you just bake it in the oven? So basically what they do is you take a raw steak and then you put one of them probe thermometers in it, and you bake it in the oven or something like that until it reaches the temperature that you want. And then it looks like this big gray nasty blob, and then you just sear the outside. Yeah. So
there's so many ways to do it. Butter poach is one. You can just sit with the skillet and just keep pouring butter over it for
Oh, Joyce says Barry is smoking beef roast today. That sounds good. Oh, look at my patrons. Hi, Brooke, Treva, Pamela. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
She talks about you all the time.
Oh my gosh. Patricia says, good morning, Autumn and Richard. This is my favorite style of whiteboard. A clean one and a huge one. Grade. And it rolls. Look, it has.
No, it's professional grade.
I bought this at an auction for the school district. So at the end of every school year, they bring in new supplies, so they auction off all the ones they're not using.
It's amazing.
I bought that for $20. You guys, these things are $600. Wow. Yes. I'm just saying. Dr. Y says I'm a ribeye steak kind of girl. I feel like that has too much fat for me. I don't even know a lot about it.
She doesn't.
I don't like chewy. I don't like gummy. I like tough, chewy steak. I don't like the fat is just too bouncy for me. I don't like it.
It's not chewy. It's tender.
No, that's not the word. It's gummy.
Not the fat of the steak. Yes.
No. Yes.
But the marbling inside of it is still.
I don't like it. No, I like. But see, that's the good thing. I like the cheap steak because you actually pay extra for all that marbling. And I'm like, nope, I'll just take the red one all the way through. Like, I don't have to have the marbling. Cynthia says, good morning. I'll go back to work tomorrow after being off since March. This has been awesome. Love the work, fam. Miss the labs. We'll miss you too, Cynthia. Yeah.
Oh, we going to sneak in.
A lot of people are going back to work. I mean, our girls are going back to work next week. We have to spend this week coming up getting the shop together because, you know, we kind of left it. You know, we've been in there, but, you know, there's some furniture we got to move, some things we got to do to get it service ready. So, yeah, we got to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do.
Treva said, I've been eating steak since I had baby teeth. See, that's the thing. I never ate steak until I was an adult. Mom, back me up on this. We didn't eat steak as children, right? In grandmama's house, right? I mean, we were more of a mashed potato and applesauce and rice-a-roni type family.
Until when?
Till I left for college.
Good Lord.
In a slice,
single digit.
In a slice of white bread, you know, we were definitely
Oh my God.
We didn't really even have protein except maybe once or twice a week.
Well, no, I got that part, but the mushy stuff up until
oh my God, rice-a-roni used to be my favorite food. Like rice-a-roni, you guys.
I mean, I grew up eating hamburger helper and stuff.
We did have hamburger helper. Well, no, yeah, we had hamburger helper, but once again, that's ground beef. Like we just didn't have steak in our lives.
No, I got you. It is like a perk kind of thing, you know.
Kelly said, "Oh, I finally watched your combo with Aaron. What did you think? We're having grilled steak tonight. Ribeye sounds good for you guys."
I do love me a ribeye.
Let's see. Already says huge whiteboard teacher much. I could be with my huge whiteboard. So, Mom said Treva, Keto Connects baby. Theo's growing up the same way. Yeah, he's gnawing on little steaks. I didn't have steaks till I was an adult.
No, my father grilled steaks when I was See, we used to go. See, my dad used to work for this insurance company and used to always get all the perks and stuff. So we used to always take trips. I remember and we used to go to the lakes and have cookouts and.
Yeah, that was not our life at all.
My childhood was pretty straight.
I mean, our childhood, me and Amber always talk about, we had a really good childhood as well. It was more like the Sandlot. It was like all these random kids from the neighborhood would converge, during the summers and stuff like that.
We did that too.
But no, in terms of eating, in terms of food, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So we got a lot of free government food and we got a lot of cheap starch, basically potatoes, white bread, things like that. Absolutely. So
I think that's honestly, I keep saying when you're 0 to 16, 18, I think you need starch.
Yeah,
you need carbs.
Nah, I was overweight AF. So my face, I don't even look the same as I used to look in high school.
I would eat.
I know you have the locomotive of a teenage boy.
I said I was all bones, so I was just. But also, my dad wouldn't allow me to just gorge I would get yelled at if I was in the kitchen during odd times and stuff. So he didn't allow I couldn't just go in the kitchen whenever I wanted to.
Oh yeah,
I had to pick and choose my spots.
Wow, so that's so interesting. That must be what it's like to grow up with a dad. I wouldn't know. So, well, in the house, I didn't have a dad.
I got you. No, it's. Well, I mean, the other side of that coin is when he got home, the fun stopped. And it was funny because we could tell by the car. As soon as this car pulls up, you had to fast clean everything. Sweet. Everybody just sitting there
hello, Father.
What is happening, Father?
Oh my God.
No, they got stories about that.
No, that is so funny. Treva said ribeye is my favorite too. We are fat eaters. Fat is where it's at. No, my dad tried to convince me. He would get prime rib, and I'm just like,
oh my God.
And he would be like, fat equals flavor. And I'm like, no.
What am I hearing?
Joe Ray said you have to cook the fat enough so it crisps up. Yeah, no, I've never experienced that. No. Melanie says, let's all hit the like button. I'm going to have to agree. Thanks so much, Melanie. Dee says, so you're using the whiteboard to separate this part of the living room into an office? I mean, something like that. As soon as this is over, we're just going to put it back.
Yeah, it moves back along this one. We'll just slide it back.
And I mean, plus I got to clean all that stuff up too. That is not how the living room is supposed to look. So Mom said we grew up on Spam. Lord Jesus. I don't know if I don't think I've ever had Spam. So that's, by the time we were in the house. Yeah, and Beverly and Mom and all my aunts and uncles.
Spam and you never eat it.
No, hamburger helper. You right.
I mean, that's very Hawaiian too. Yes.
That's
still never went out of style.
Aurelia said, I had also buco before I had steak. I literally don't know what that is. So there's that.
Fancy.
Rashana said, rice-a-roni, Spam, hamburger helper, box crab, macaroni and cheese, bologna. Yeah, we did have bologna. No canned sardines, though. Oh, no. Shake it, babe. Right. TC said, going back to see clients face-to-face this week, I'm rather anxious about it and worried about anxiety eating. I'm much better when working from home.
Oh,
yeah, this is going to be a big adjustment. See, that's the crazy thing. It was an adjustment going home and working from home. Now it's going to be an adjustment going back out. For like so many different reasons. We're here for you, TC.
Just remember, we in this together. Oh, my God. We got to all work on our stress levels.
Yes. I mean... It is, that's going to be crazy. I am thinking about everyone that has to resume work this week. Trippy said we had a supermarket. Oh, so steak was unlimited. I remember the size of beef hanging in the walk-in box. Absolutely not.
Ooh,
no,
yes,
that sounds like an amazing business to be behind.
Please.
But yes, Aaron said carbs and starch. Yes, too much sugar. No. We really didn't have a lot. See, we did have our share of sugar because in addition to all that stuff that we ate, as meals, Mom was a very Little Debbie snack, like zebra cakes, Star Crunch, those little brownies, cosmic brownies with the little things on them. Like we did always have a supply of that stuff in the house.
In hindsight, I don't remember things in my childhood now. Is my father was very disciplined on what we eat.
Yeah, y'all probably ate whole actual food.
Growing up, I think for breakfast, we never had fun cereal. We never had colorful cereal. We always had.
He always talked about how they had plain Cheerios.
Even when Honey Nut came out, it's been years. My father would buy 2 cereals. Cornflakes and plain cereal.
Cornflakes, not even frosted flakes.
That's it.
Oh my God! Did he at least put fruit on them? Because see, Grandmama would have
would have to do banana or something.
Yeah, like Grandmama would do.
But then we have to have a banana.
Yeah,
most of the time we had no banana, so we just we were. Now in hindsight, I'm like, my dad was very. We never went to fast food.
Yeah.
Like we used to always, all right, you know how you out with your family and you're having a good time and you go to a park together or you go just have a good time and on the way home, generally you stop and just pick up food at a fast
like a bucket of chicken or something like that.
Like a burger and fries or something. My father would always 93%. 93%. It was way more it would shock us the times he would be like, what are we going to ask for directions at the McDonald's or something? What are we doing there? No, he would always go to the grocery store and buy a big thing of chicken wings or something like that, and then go home and fry them and prepare them with sides and everything for everybody. But it would take.
That's just dinner. It's not. Yeah,
but it would take. You hungry on the drive home from the park, and he would take an hour and a half to cook it. You done forgot you hungry. I was my stomach to growl and to stop growling. I'm I found something.
That's sweetheart.
No, it reminds me. My childhood was very interesting. No, it was. It taught us a lot.
Portia.
Of course. When I went to college, girl, I had every fun. I would just buy every colorful cereal. I had a whole top of my shelf.
That's why you still do that now. Still eating cereal a kid.
It's like a repressed psychological.
Oh my God.
And I open them all at the same time.
Oh, exactly.
My dad was always you open one thing until it's gone.
See, no wonder your dad likes me better than you.
I think so.
We're the same person.
I think so.
Gail said fat is yummy. And sometimes, yes, but most of the time, I can't do just straight fat by itself. Joyce said grew up on fried chicken and potatoes and gravy and lots of pasta. Oh, I know, right? Stitch Couture says yes, the steak with crispy fat. I don't know. Maybe if you make a steak with crispy fat, I will try a piece, but you can't. We can't err on the side of it.
You like yours crunchy anyway.
Yeah.
You like your steak crunchy.
Latanya says good morning. I'm late. I'm glad that you're here.
That steak died twice.
TC says, I have uncles who are farmers and always had half cows and half pigs in the freezer. Wow.
That's my grandmother.
That's crazy.
My dad's family is like that.
Pork chops were steaks in my house. Now, I will say that Grandmama did fry up a pork chop, but I never ate it because it was on the bone and I could cut, I had to cut up in little pieces. I just can't do big hunks of meat, you guys. Dr. Wise says, as a military brat, we traveled and ate the local cuisine, so I will try most things at least once. That is good. I would love to have exposure to that. We just didn't as kids.
My mom's grandparents moved to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, when I was still in the womb or something. So they basically lived there for a decade, 2 decades. So I used to go visit them down there. And I did it when I was single digit.
That's a cuisine I will not get behind is like seafood, like crawfish, anything with like tentacles. I don't need to eat.
Cajun, every gumbo, and the crawfish is just one.
Okay,
small.
All right. I mean, yeah, I will have me a beignet. I was like, I will have me a beignet over there. You know what I'm talking about. So, Melanie says you can always cover the board in different color sheets to change the backdrop. Exactly, Melanie.
You had a great point.
Good idea. Dr. Chocolate City says, yes, I wasn't a military brat, but I love food, so I'll try anything at least once. I don't know if I will try anything at least once, but I will try mostly anything at least once, but no.
That's me.
Absolutely not. Rashana says, Richard, my mother locked the fridge at 7 p.m. every night. We had strict food limits and my mom made everything from scratch. We had extras when she went back to school, but we were forbidden fast food. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Well, see, in my household, it wasn't even necessary to do that because the fear of my mom, you didn't see growing up, you were just taught that you respected. I wouldn't even dare go into the fridge with him. I wouldn't. My entire family was like, you can go do it if you want to.
That's your boo.
Exactly. No, my father was like, you gonna respect what I say while you in this house kind of person. So it's like, you ain't gonna do that.
I feel that. Yeah. Treva says, I can literally cook beef that crispy by itself and eat it with great pleasure. I just don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, listen, first of all, it's about the quality of the beef. And then if you cook it right, like a good ribeye.
I can't. Lucy said, I grew up on all Indian food. I always smelled like curry and never knew till my husband told me. Bright Girl's here. She says, nice whiteboard. Thank you.
You would like that spice and stuff too. You would like that.
Treva said, my favorite childhood cereal was Total. Yes, I know I'm a weirdo. Yeah, you're a total weirdo for that. Okay, everybody, comment down below. What was your favorite childhood cereal? I loved the bigger cereals because you could clearly identify it and make it all gone. You know, like a cereal like Rice Krispies or like Fruity Pebbles. They were just so small that you couldn't scoop up every individual piece and make sure that it was gone.
Okay, so since all of that, the build up, what's the answer?
To my favorite cereal?
Yes.
Dang.
Oh my gosh. You have a favorite everything.
I didn't really have a favorite. I love Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries.
You can name your 10 favorite colors.
I loved Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles and Cocoa Puffs and what were the ones where they're shaped like honeycombs? Was that honeycombs?
I think so. You just nailed it.
And honeycombs, but I also like Kicks and Tricks and I love cereal.
So
like
say all of them.
Fruit and fiber. Come on, you guys. That is not okay.
Honestly, in my household, being extra, my mom would get Raisin Bran every now and then. And that was my...
Kat said, need your prayers. Lost my job last week. Staying positive. God will send me to a better job. You're right. I mean, you're right. It's all part of the plan.
That's just the truth.
Yeah, and it'll come back around, okay? Just don't worry. You got this. The universe is providing for you, okay?
I'm going to tell you a fact. You're not going to fall off the earth. You're going to stay on the earth, and we got this.
We're going to survive. You got it.
Pick yourself up. We got this.
Beth says, I usually go out for a steak if I really feel I want it. I look at the menu 95% of the time and order chicken. That's another thing. I don't order steaks at restaurants because they're expensive. I'm like, I paid $35 for those steaks. Especially when my baby done taught me that we can go to Meijer and get 2 big steaks for $9.99. He's like, this is $4. And I'm like, is that a good deal? I don't know.
Honestly, when I go out, I lean towards seafood and stuff.
Peanut butter crunch. Oh, yeah. Frosted shredded, yes. Mini wheats. I love frosted mini wheats too, but they did also kind of disintegrate. So
I mean, as a fruit-loving person, I would say, of course, it wasn't until college I was actually like we would get like, and I say fun cereal, like anything colored, any color, not white.
Or like a brown of the regular brand.
For me, it would be like Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles or just anything with fruit in the name. But
yes, honeycombs.
Captain Crunch was great, but after like so many boxes of it, your mouth just becomes eviscerated with so many scars.
It really does. Cereal.
I gotta stop this.
Cereal was to your mouth.
Captain Crunch is like, I gotta stop Captain Crunch.
We got Cocoa Puffs, Captain Crunch, or Raisin Bran. I hated Raisin Bran. My grandmother loved Raisin Bran.
That was my mom's
Oh my God.
Cereal.
JJ said my favorite cereal was the Sugar Smacks with the frog on it. Now that was a different level of delicious.
Well, those are the only ones that retains the smell going out. Sugar Smacks and Golden and honey Smacks and sugar.
I used to love.
There's the one with the bear and the
Golden Grams with chocolate milk. I remember that distinctly from elementary school. Well, you remember when you get to elementary school and they would serve breakfast? Mm-hmm. It would be a box of Golden Grams, and I would get a chocolate milk instead of a white milk, and I would just
Crisp. I think it was with Golden Crisp.
Never heard of it. Golden Crisp.
That's the one with the same cereal, but it's the bear. One was a bear and one was a frog. The two different companies made it. But literally, if you eat that cereal,
vanilla checks.
The next day, the smell is still active.
That's traumatic.
Yes. And I've tried many times. I'm like, wow, it's like I'm eating it right now.
Oh my God, yucky.
That's really weird. I don't understand that.
JJ says I sometimes eat vanilla checks. I did start to as you get older, your palate really does change. Corn checks and regular stuff like that.
When
that
you're
stuff
young,
is
it's all
good.
chicken tenders and pizza.
That's how Ho-Ho still eats to this day. So yeah, my best friend Jordan eats like a 9-year-old. He literally only eats French fries, chicken tenders, anything from Chick-fil-A, and pizza and spaghetti and meatballs. That's all he will eat. Beth says we really didn't have sugary cereals except for generic Frosted Flakes, so I'd eat that with a banana. Yes, I miss Kellogg's 2 scoops Raisin Bran. No, can't do the raisins.
Oh yeah, even when we buy the bag cereal, it was still the same cornflakes.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the heck? Can't even go
Frosted, exactly. Oh my God,
Dad, you ain't shopping no more.
Super Sugar Crisps. I still don't know.
Sugar Crisp. That's might have been one of those.
Dr. Y said I'm a cereal fanatic. That's my biggest struggle being keto. Every now and then I just break down and eat a bowl. I mean, absolutely, I can understand. You guys, this was back in my cheat day. When I would plan a cheat day, it always started off with cereal. I would go buy, I used to have what I would call a cereal day, where I would buy 3 to 4 boxes of cereal.
Sounds like my college.
And a gallon of milk, and that's all I would eat the entire day. I would just
you really sound like my college.
I would just eat all the cereal. I would buy 4 boxes of cereal, regular milk and chocolate milk, and I would just spend the entire
teenage boys diet.
Yeah, I'd spend the entire day eating cereal. That's a cheat day to me. Don't get me wrong. I love pizza and hamburgers and fries and all that stuff, but I could just spend an entire day eating cereal. So yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, I like meat too much.
Ooh, we always ate Rice Krispies with bananas. Oh, that sounds good.
I would do the cornflakes that way.
Yes, exactly.
I would do the Cheerios, but it would just be a waste of bananas.
Yes.
Plain Cheerios just are no saving them.
No, there's really not. See, but we used to be able to put sugar on top of the plain Cheerios. Cheerios. Too. And then the milk at the end would just taste like sugar milk.
That's the only thing that was so kids. Good. That's the only thing that saved those bowls of cereal. If it wasn't for that, it'd be some dusty cornflakes and Cheerios.
Dee said you guys always had the best cereals in the States. Would love those visits to my uncles in New York and get hands on some Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, I mean, did we have the best cereal, or were we just poisoning our children with?
I was just gonna say, we just don't have any.
How about that? We don't have any standards.
Drown you in everything that you don't really need.
I don't know where my pen is. Where is my pen? Oh, thank you. Okay, Richard, talk to the people while I prepare the board.
Oh my gosh.
I'm preparing the board.
So, the process of getting this board was quite arduous.
I mean, I just when I saw the board in the house, I was like, "Oh my God, you did that yourself? What?"
Well, what happened was when you left for the salon, I was sitting there and I was just looking around. I was like, you know what? It would actually fit pretty nice right here. Let me go get this thing because I think my wife was 100% correct.
Oh, sweetheart.
100% correct.
Dr. Y said that's why I inquire about everyone's reaction to the keto cereal. I don't want to be disappointed. Not only be disappointed, but see, in my opinion, all keto cereal costs entirely too much money. $10 a box. No, but I will say that Magic Spoon, that frosted cereal that we had.
That's my favorite.
That is delicious. It tastes like marshmallows. It tastes like frosted
I'm sorry, those cost
Cheerios almost. But goodness. I mean, they are delicious.
You can just buy a box and eat them.
The fruity kind is hot pink and they taste like Sweet tarts almost? Yeah, there's a fruity kind.
What?
You would really like it because it's really tart.
When did this happen?
But even then, it's delicious. Like, if you're going to spend money on anyone, I would say start with Magic Spoon, even though I'm pretty sure you have to buy a variety pack for like $40. Like, I don't know, but like, it's a lot.
Bottom of this.
Catalina Crunch, it tastes good, but it's almost like a heavy, like starch. For me, it would feel good in like a trail mix. Like, get you some nuts and put you some Catalina Crunch and some chocolate chips and things like that. It's almost better dry than it is with milk. But it's all too expensive. Aurelia said, so the board is staying autumn for the win. I know, right? We're just trying it out. Like, I'm so glad that he went through. Because I do have a larger, we definitely, I will have a larger studio set up. That's my grand plan for this room is to make a studio out of it. So I have a larger place to make my videos. So,
autumn's always for the win.
Oh my gosh. Rashana said, I will be trying out the high key chocolate this morning for breakfast. Let us know how that is in the Facebook group. See, the thing that's interesting about high key is that they have the Rice Krispie shapes. Like Magic Spoon has the Cheerios, so they're just circles. Yes. But see, high key is giving us Rice Krispie little nuggets. So I would also be interested to know how that is too. So yes. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so you guys, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up this morning, I felt kind of sick. I was just like, what is going on with my stomach? I didn't eat anything yesterday. Why am I feeling so like explosive number 2? There was no other way to put that. Explosive number 2, you know? So it kind of woke me up first thing in the morning. I was just like, geez Louise, what was trapped inside my body that needed to get out? But you know, it got out. So there that is. So imagine my surprise when I stepped on a scale today and I went.
You reverse upside down writing.
Yeah. You guys, 180.0. Like, you know what that is? That's another lowest weight achieved. Like, I mean, this is amazing. Like, I don't know what was happening there, but I'm not asking no questions. Like, this is a new low. You guys, I stepped on the scale. It actually went to 179 point something before it like settled on 180.0. And I was like, I'm not even mad. You know how it does that tabulation, like beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. And then it gives you the number and it was 180.0. So
great tabulation.
That was, thank you so much. But yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I'm knocking on 170's door. I will be achieving that this week. So
explosive.
Yes, exactly. This was an explosive low right here. So yes, I am now changing this. And you guys, I think I checked last year.
You lost weight at 3 in the morning.
My lowest weight all of last year, my lowest recorded weight all of last year was like 176 or something like that. Nice. So I'm about to get lower than I was all of last year.
That's amazing.
And man. I am very proud of myself for that. So yeah, that's a new low. I am very excited here.
I'm so excited here too.
Yes.
As well.
Stitch Couture says, I tried the vanilla high key. It was too sweet for me. So unfortunately that will never be an issue for me. I'll generally never say that a food was too sweet. I'll say it was very sweet, but is it too sweet? So
I mean, there is such a thing though, right?
I mean, I'd have to taste it to know for sure. But rarely is anything.
So that's your gray area.
Yes, exactly. Joe Ray said, I totally thought you were going to write a 7 in there. I'm so close to the 170. You're right. I mean, I'm okay. But, you know, I'm not upset because, like, normally I would be upset, like, oh, why couldn't it just even been a 0.2 lower so that I can get to the 170s? But, guys, all we got is time. It's not a race. It's not a competition. All I got to do is keep doing what I'm supposed to for days and days in a row. And it is an inevitability that I will get to the 170s. Exactly.
Is key.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Dee said you should have done the weight with the weight. I know, right? And then stepped on it again. But I was just like, hey, I don't know what I was feeling this morning, but yeah, I'm probably going to do that tomorrow or something like that. JT says, Autumn, can you say hi to my autistic son, Reese? He's amazed. I'm on your chat. Reese,
What?
How are you? Are you on the chat today? Oh my gosh, this is me waving hi to you. This is my husband, Richard. Oh my God. You see how silly he is?
I'm going to come through the screen right now.
No, see, okay. You're going to scare the children.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh my goodness. But hi, Reese. I'm so glad that you're here. Rashana says, yay.
Amazing to be here with us,
for the weight loss. Yes, thank you so much. I am so behind on Facebook comments, you guys. Like, I have been seeing all the activity on Facebook. Like, I'm definitely a couple of days behind, so I'm about to check up on there and comment on everyone. I just love that you guys post in the group so much, but I just be missing so much.
Trust me, I hear all of it.
I got to go back and find everything. So, so yes, that is what we're doing. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I got a couple minutes till it's time to talk to Joyce, and then I got to get ready to go for the walk because we're going for a walk right after that. We have a lot of stuff going on. We have a lot of stuff going on today, so we will talk to you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Exactly. Bye. Have a good day.
Same time, same date. No, it's not the same. All right, different. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Oh my God! See, you're confusing the children.
My apologies, Reese. That was on me.
Everyone, have a good day. We will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Oh
my God.